All right, here we go. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in Group B of the group stage of the international bracket. We are looking at the last two undefeated teams. We just finished seeing JC and RNG. JC finishing up their qualification. And now, Rain and MOYAI playing 3 games. One of these teams will be winning this game and won't be here tomorrow. They'll win their third match. The other one will have to come play at least one more match on Sunday. Zath, Rain here in green, top of the map. What do they got?
Yeah, well, they got 4 destroyers. That makes sense. Loop is a very large map with not a lot of landmass. So they've got Gangbring and a Gdansk. We've got John the Ruthless and a Havrask with a similar build to we saw earlier from another round. We got the Sheep in a Shimakaze pretty much full torp build with 12s going. We got the Real Ship Shady in a Summers in pretty much what you'd expect to see a Summers build now. Malibu in a San Martin working his way over to the decamp. Lucar in an Utrecht, and Fort Amazing in a unique upgrade Moskva, and they are backed up by 2 battleships. One is Deepest Dungeons Bungo. Good build there, pretty solid build. And McDastard's Big Something in an Ohio with a DCP module as well. You're shaking your head at me. Why?
No, I don't want to know what the rest of McDastard's big name is. I've seen how these guys like to troll both us and Wargaming. I don't want to know.
I know. It's funny. I can still see your head shaking. So anyway, go ahead and tell us about MOYAI.
Don't want to know. All right, MOYAI in red, bottom of the map, bring into the dance. What have we got? Their own 4-destroyer lineup. Leading off here with Source's Summers, gun range, and RPF for his top-end commander skills. Hoshi's Habarovsk, opting for gun range and stealth. A little surprised to see that on a Habarovsk, but that's what he did. Going to mid here, that's Zill's Ragnar, gun reload and range and stealth. And the final destroyer is going to be Suisei's Summers, going for dazzle, and a little bit of torpedo reload action there in slot 6. Triple cruisers, we're looking at Demo's Utrecht. Okay, nothing terribly shocking there. We've got Brody's Moskva, using unique upgrade and top grade gunner. And then last but not least, we have Philippolis' Svea all the way over here on the 3 line. They're 2 battleships. Abungo, this is PCH here, hanging mid with Bungo and the big AP damage skill. And one of my favorite ships in the entire game, Zath, Emma's battleship is a Rhode Island. It's going zoomy things over here to the 9-10 line. In fact, if you look at it, a whole bunch of these teams are going zoomy to the 9-10 line.
Yeah, absolutely. Rhode Island's a great pick on this map with the engine boost as well as the radar to be able to see what's around. Relatively quick loading guns because they're lower caliber. So great for just smashing destroyers. Good pick, I'd say, on this map.
All right, well, let's see how it goes. A whole bunch of torpedoes coming into this smoke that Sheep is laying for John's Habarovsk. Haba, highly resistant to gunfire, not so resistant to torpedoes, as we saw in a previous game.
Yeah, absolutely. MOYAI grabbing the first cap, though, so they're going to start getting that seems like not a big deal, but becomes a big deal later, that initial point gain.
If you let it get out of control, it absolutely can be, but even just that early lead puts just a tiny bit of pressure on your opponent, because now, if nothing changes, they're in the lead. Now, Gangbarain's Gdansk with a very aggressive play leads Fort Amazing's Moskva to this side of this particular Caldera Island on the corner of the sea cap. I'm not used to seeing Moskvas in this position, Zach. This is interesting.
Well, it's a pretty strong position, and exactly the reason you said. But it also should signal to MOYAI to expect a push on the 1, 2, 3 side. And if you look at the map, that's exactly what's happening.
Ordinarily, you see Moskva or Des Moines on the other side of that particular island, but this one is a little unusual.
Correct. Yeah.
Gang's going to gently duck his stern into the sea cap. That should draw out a Moskva from radar from Brody's Moskva here in a moment. We'll see. There it is.
But if you look at Brody's Mossfa position, it is also not in the traditional location. The traditional location is kind of between these two rocks, in front
Yeah,
of the channel. Both
he
teams
is.
opting for more flexibility.
Yeah, he is playing a little farther back than we're used to seeing. Ooh, whoa,
Yeah,
wow.
Suise taking a big hit there from the Sheep's Shimakaze torpedoes.
That is
Is
a
down.
that is a
Ouch.
big kill. They also got some good damage into Gangbarang as well. He's still lit over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he took some bigger hits than they were expecting as a Bungo HE salvo's falling in. And
Yeah.
he takes another fire. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's just his engine is out.
It is a little confusing. You have to get real close to see the impact.
Yeah, the visual is difficult to spot unless you zoom way in. All right, well, the early kill puts Rain in the driver's seat, an 80-point lead here. Plenty of time on the clock. Only 5 minutes gone here. But this is a pivotal game 3. Both teams really want this so they can have Sunday off.
Yeah, how dare they? Well, we're going to have some hot bungo on bungo action as they're both kind of broadside to each other.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Deepest there landing a nice solid 40K hit on PCH. Let's see what the return fire looks like when it comes in.
You got to think PCH is like, all right, I got to do something.
Yeah,
no, he's holding.
Enough of that shenanigans. He is. He's just chilling back there, holding his fire. Rain not sitting idly by, pushing Ship Shady's Summers and Lucar's Utrecht down the one line, well onto the opposing side of the map now, trying to push into this B cap.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I guess that MOYAI isn't stepping on D as aggressively as they'd hoped. I mean, obviously the kill of the Summers is oof, but you still got to find a way to bring pressure back into this.
Yeah.
Or you just have to leave. One of the two. Ooh, Svea getting smacked.
Yep. Bungo Salvo making itself felt. Yep. And also check the middle of the board. MOYAI not sitting idle. Sources Marceau dashing over here to grab C. They know they need some points, so they think they can get them here in the middle of the board.
Yeah, well, that triggers the radar. Is now detected in the Svea.
The only person who's got shots on source, though, is Sheep's Shimakaze.
Yeah.
He'll be able to smoke. He desperately needs that. He doesn't want to take a ton of damage. Oh, man. Source getting dunked a little bit from Ohio shells, getting some overpens through his superstructure there. I can't believe Dastert was able to thread those shots through those islands.
That is one thing Dastert's known for.
Yeah, man's a good battleship player for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've succeeded in pushing the Svea completely off the B cap for the moment. But the Zil's Ragnar is coming. They probably don't know this yet. And Ship Shady gave up a bunch of HP for that play.
Mm-hmm. And Source might give up a lot more here. It's going to take a torpedo. Oh.
If he takes a torpedo, he's a dead man. Those are Shimakaze torpedoes.
He doesn't take the torpedo, but he is getting farmed by Gangbarang now.
Yeah, he had to back up.
New. Mm-hmm.
And
that's
he got it.
Dead Marceau.
Big kill for Rain. They needed that.
They absolutely did.
Half of their destroyers gone. One of them indeed grabs that cap for MOYAI. The other one lurking near the B cap to defend against the opposing Summers. MOYAI is going to start closing this gap a little bit, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, it's MOYAI is not out of it yet.
I'm sitting here watching Malamu Sem Martin try to farm this Rhode Island, man. Knowing Rhode Island's AP the way I do, that's not a gunfight I'm excited to take.
Nope. The only thing that he's really doing is charging up his funny button.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Good, and that's worth doing in a San Martin. So I'll give him that.
Of course.
I forget that's a thing sometimes.
So, for those of you who don't know the San Martin and why it's very popular, it's got a funny button that allows it to reload its consumables super fast, and the San Martin has a super heal. So you can see right now, it's like 85 seconds left on its heal. Okay, if he wants to, and his button is charged, he presses the button, and boom, his heal is available in like 2 seconds or less. The negative to it is if you can't get your funny button charged, you have to wait like 3 minutes to get your heal up back. So it's a very high risk, high reward kind of play.
Halfway mark of the game, and Rain Bag C, Sheep Shimakaze sails in uncontested, just picks it up as Gangbarang was for a time headed down to B, but it looks like they've called off the B push entirely. They don't need it now.
Yep.
They're 2 ships up and even on caps, so now they're going to reorganize a bit. Formazing has moved to the other side of this island where we would traditionally have seen a Moskva, and just play some defense and dare these guys to come do something about it.
It's really up to MOYAI now to make a play, and 100%. You're absolutely correct. You want to get into a defensive position. You want to get flexible so that you can react to anything. For example, looking at the mini-map right now, the 7, 8, 9 area is quite open, right?
Yep.
Aside from the Ohio on the other end of the island. So you can see the Shimakaze moving to close that gap. That's what Rain's looking to do right now, is just ensure that there's no surprises and that they can continue to control the board.
Yep, they've got this nice line of ships running through the middle of the map. Shimakaze jump over here, probably hang out in the gap on the 8 line. Moskva's got the middle of the map covered with his radar. You could rotate the Gangbarang's Gdansk over here to back him up if you wanted, that kind of thing. MOYAI's got their work cut out for them. They've got about 7 minutes to make something happen. I mean, they need to start sooner than that, but that's how much time they have left before the game ends.
Yeah, realistically speaking, about maybe 2 or 3 minutes until MOYAI has to like actually execute whatever plan they're trying to set up. Now, and it looks like they're going to try pushing up the 1 line.
Yep. If you're in their shoes, Zath, what are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to set up a push on both sides of the map, figuring that Rain is going to start to fan out to ensure that they, have map coverage.
Yep.
I definitely wouldn't try to push them in the center. So what I would do is basically, in about the next, as soon as that Sve is halfway through the FG line, I'd probably tell the Rhode Island player, go.
Yep.
And good luck. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
You know, like,
may your shots be true because we don't have a choice.
Pretty much that, yes. And, by then, Demo's Utrecht is going to get up there as well. Gives him the ability to, maybe try to make plays happen as well. Dutch oven, yada, yada, yada.
Man. Neither of those guys have hydro. I just went to look and thought, oh, sure, the Utrecht has hydro. Nope, he does not.
No.
That's rough.
Of course, Rhode Island doesn't either. So it's literally, you put the Rhode Island out there to get detected, to get shot at, to tank the stuff, and to make, scooty scoot.
Yep.
But you've got to get that attention on you, and then that's when you move your Moskva in the middle. Because let's face it, Brody's not helping right now. Even though, yes, he can radar C, big deal. Like, he just radared it. You got to get your Bungo and Moskva into the game as well. Like, nobody can sit idle. That's the thing. At this point of the game, nobody can just chill.
Yeah. Everybody has to contribute if you're going to pull this off. Because that's the thing. Rain has a couple of ships that are kind of low, but they're not going to make dumb plays and risk those ships.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, Emmade didn't go, and you see the result.
Yeah.
Ohio came around and just smacked him. That's going to make it even more difficult.
Well, that was half.
This is the other.
Go ahead.
That's the other part I was going to say. The 2 dead ships for MOYAI, one has to spectate each battleship and tell what are they looking at as soon as they fire so-and-so fired at so-and-so. Like, you got to get as much information as possible in everybody's ears efficiently.
Well, the Rhode Island was down to his last heal. He's at about 45,000 HP, but he's basically dead now. He's reversing into the salvo that's going to kill him. Oh, never mind. The San Martin took care of it before that happened. And now, without even a battleship to push, I don't know how you get there, Zach.
No, that seals the deal.
Rain's going to easily walk over the decap and pick it up.
It's possible that the Ohio wasn't detected as he was approaching on the side of Emmett, so that's worth pointing out.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you still got to be heads up what's going on.
Big salvo on Lucar's Utrecht from the Bungo. That's PCH. Dunks him for about 40% of his HP as the Destroyer Armada begins to chip away at him as well. So you called it. Their play was to move up the one line and try for an A cap, but Rain answered basically on the opposite side of the board with a play of their own. So even if you flip A, you're going to lose D and nothing changes. Other than the fact that you lost the battleship.
Yeah, which is why you can't just push one side. Like, these teams are so good. If you're going to put attention on one side of the map, it's GG's. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're also about to pick off the Bungo in the middle of the board. PCH should go down here in a moment. Between the Moskva.
It looked like he took a Gdansk torpedo.
Yeah, he probably took more than one, and now he's gone. And now there's only about 70 seconds on the clock here for MOYAI.
Right.
I don't think they're going to get this one, Zath. I think they're going to be back tomorrow, and Rain's going to qualify.
Right.
I think MOYAI has thrown it in. Like, I'm watching Philip Svea right here, and he's basically sitting stationary while he tries to farm a Bungo at about 15 clicks. Okay, he smoked. There we go. He's not throwing it in completely. He smoked finally.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Try to get his attention on him instead of the Ragnar, perhaps.
Well, and it might have worked, except that right now the Bungo is spotting the Ragnar. They're trying to get shots on Ship Shady and bag that kill. They do get it.
They get it.
Time extension. But not so much. Doesn't work out.
Bingo, bango, bungo.
Yep. Zill goes down, and just like that, we're back to 30 seconds away. The Ohio dunks Brody, and that's the game.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll say I feel like Rain had a little bit of luck there in the decap with those torps, but man, they took full advantage of it and did not let up afterwards.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Meanwhile, MOYAI, a really good attempt, really solid attempt. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to find a way back into the game. Yeah. And hey, they'll try again tomorrow. They got 2 more shots, essentially.
They will indeed. Plenty more chances. We'll see them again tomorrow.